Did he fall off?
No. Still there.
Good job.
Okay, Joe.
Good evening, everyone. It's 7 o'clock. Call the meeting to order. It's Tuesday, April 10th. Has the board had a chance to review the minutes?
I have, and I move to accept as printed.
Second.
Those have been approved and accepted. Department heads. Chief Janice?
Easy there, Jim.
We're going to send you a bill for that.
We're not on? Okay.
Try sliding it.
Michael, come and fix that.
This is slide. Here we go. You're good. Good evening. That's how the ladder got broken on the truck. Activity report for the month of March 2018. Fire incidents, fire MVAs, investigations, and public assist calls were 166. Ambulance, medical emergencies, MVAs, and public assist 151. Miscellaneous inspections, fire alarm work, item of note 94. Mutual aid, fire, and ambulance, mutual aid calls, 1 ambulance given, 0 ambulance received, 5 fire given, 0 fire received, total of 6. Line of duty shifts, 1 man for 192 hours. Sick shifts, 3 men for 216 hours. Incidents, as of 3/31/2018, we've been to 737. Last year, 3/31/2017, it was 672, a difference of 65 more. The injury report, Lieutenant Ray is continuing PT. His next appointment is April 25th with his doctor. Firefighter Michael Peters. Firefighter Peters is still out on sick leave. The initial injury report is a broken back. The bone that connects the spine to the tailbone is broken. Has been approved by Blue Cross Blue Shield for an MRI and is waiting for Leahy Hospital to schedule an MRI. And in front of you, you have the proposed ambulance increases. With the Selectmen's okay, I'd like to go up on our rates. If you had a chance to look that over.
Currently, we're at 28. Is that on the bottom? I'm sorry, for mileage, it's 28.
Yeah, that's the mileage.
Emergency.
Yeah, we're gonna go,
Okay.
the proposed is the last column.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the mileage will go to 31.
It looks fine to me, and it's been a couple of years since we've made any adjustments to
Yeah.
it, so.
And we're still kind of, comparison to the towns there, we're still kind of, still under them a little bit.
I would move that we accept the rates that Jim has provided for us. They don't seem outrageous and certainly needed.
Second.
That's been approved.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Any other questions?
No,
I don't
thanks,
have anything,
Joe.
do you,
No,
Mrs.
thank
Okay. Appointments? Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Appointments, we have nothing. Public hearings, we have nothing. New business, does anyone have anything?
None.
None.
Okay. Old business,
None.
None.
town administrator report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ongoing projects, the bathroom is done, and I'm waiting on, I have a call into the contractor to finish putting a stall inside there. The windows replacement will be starting this week, if not this week, then next week. Annual town meeting, all the articles are in. Been working with accounting and treasurer collectors and FinCom. We have a date set for annual town meeting and special town meeting as May 21st, 2018. As acting health agent, I responded to 2 housing complaints. I performed 1 system inspection and reviewed 2 dog bite complaints. The rabies clinic that was in back of the fire station last Saturday, the total vaccinated animals were 31, And Dr. Ream Snyder's office, we owe many thanks to. They said that licensing for dogs was a big hit as well. Also, I just found out that 360 Titicate Road, the closing was today, and it was successful. So that's going to be brought to the Registry of Deeds.
320, you mean?
320, I'm sorry, yes, 320 Titicate Road.
I think it's embedded in everybody's skull.
The next Selectmen's meeting will be a week from tonight, April 17th at 7 p.m., and the next department head meeting will be April 19th at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you very much.
Just
Thank you.
real quick, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Joe mentioned last week cameras over at the school. Have we done anything about that?
I've got the call into Tim, and I'm still waiting to get a definitive answer. He was going to check prices and make sure that it would be within our budget to get it done, but I haven't really been in touch with him since I reached out to him last week.
Okay.
So
I'll stay on top of it.
what are our alternative if it's not within the budget? Because as I said last week, and thank you for bringing that up, Mr. Smith, to keep putting in new windows and more money without a plan in place to preserve that investment, to me, is foolish. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
no. And so I don't mind doing the windows, but I think you buy a car and then you gas it up. You don't gas up a car that you haven't bought yet.
Yeah.
And we need these cameras there. There's been consistent levels of vandalism, and to make another tangible investment without that concrete plan in place, to me, is just irresponsible.
Yes.
Well, if I may add to that, we requested those way back when we
Yeah.
first started.
Mm.
And Tim was going to take care of it, and then he got involved in the town and the school and wherever else he's working. He just hasn't got to it. But that was the initial.
Oh, I know, absolutely. I know we've all been talking about it for a long time, and again,
I just don't want anybody to think that we're willy-nilly just,
Yeah.
doing stuff without taking the proper precautions, because we did start out with cameras first. We fixed the lights, and we have all the lights there and everything, but if you could just get him on the
Yes.
horn and
I'll speak to him tomorrow personally, and I'll make sure that he understands the gravity of the situation. We have things moving along, and this needs to be done.
yeah, and I
Do
mean,
more.
if he's not able, perhaps we can get quotes from some other vendors. I mean, you're only talking, 2 or 3 exterior cameras.
Yes.
This day and age, that's not an overly challenging
Yeah.
task to do for somebody who's.
and I
who's-
think he could do it in a day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. No, he's very talented, but we all know he's very busy, and so,
Prioritize.
I'll pull in a few favors, I'll give him to do it.
Thank you. Selectmen's report. Mrs. Smith?
I don't really have anything except that I would like David to send just a little thank you note to B&D Construction. They went down and took care of that roof situation that we had down at North School, and I appreciate them doing that.
Sure.
And I don't have anything else. I'm sorry, I do. If anybody in the Historical Society is listening tonight, you sent out this little brochure that they're having this a cappella group over at the Congregational Church. You have Saturday, April 15th. Now, April 15th is Sunday. So is it Saturday or Sunday? Let somebody know so they can, get it online or Facebook or whatever to correct the date on it so that people will go.
Yeah.
They had to cancel the function that they were having there on the 7th because of whatever. But this also came in the invitation that I received, but I don't know whether it's Saturday or Sunday. So please let me know, because I would like to go. That's that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just very briefly, I'd like to send a thank you note to Karen for the rabies clinic. As always, she continues to be a real asset to the town in conducting this for us, and so just a quick note of our appreciation to her, if the board's okay with that.
Absolutely. Thank you again. I just have one thing. It is regretfully that I will not be seeking re-election at the end of this month. My situation has changed, and due to these circumstances, I will not be able to represent the town as it should be represented, and I appreciate everyone's help and support that has given me. I also enjoyed the term that I've had here, and I will be sorry for any inconvenience this has caused, but I am confident that Pat Riley will be doing a benefit to the town as she has in the past, and congratulations to Miss Riley. Thank you again. And that's all I have, correspondence.
That's all you have, that's a lot.
Well, before you move on, Madam
Yeah,
Chair,
what-
I want to say I'm personally sorry to hear that. You're not only a colleague, you've become a friend, and
Thank you.
I think the town's a better place for your service, both as a selectman and previously as a member of the Finance Committee. And I think anybody who's sat in one of these chairs knows how great of a commitment it is. And I've always said it, but it's important to say it again tonight. It's not just these Tuesday night meetings. It's the phone calls, it's the text messages from all of our department heads at all hours of the day and night, letting us know what's going on in town. It's the various functions and events. It's the other meetings for the other boards and committees and assignments we're all on. It's the contract negotiations. It's making a determination if town hall is going to be closed due to snow or ice. It's thousands of things that all of us could name, and it would be unique for all of us. And so you've walked in those shoes, and you know what it's like. And to step away and to give the town notice, I think is admirable. Again, I'm sad to see you go, but I personally wish you all the best. And you know, it was a pleasure to serve with you.
Thank you so much.
As usual. Joe has used up an awful lot of words. He does it all the time. He uses up everybody's words. And you gotta go and say, I'm sorry, Karen, that it came, you know, that's as a shock to me, because I thought you were gung-ho to give it another whack at it, but I certainly wish you the very, very best.
Thank you very much.
We are friends outside, so I'm sorry that you're doing it.
Thank you. Okay, so correspondence. I have a letter from Linda Brackett due to a dog control issue. Did you want to get up and say anything about this? I know it became an issue. Okay. No?
Well, I got it.
Do you want me just to read the letter? Oh, okay.
Or I can say something if you want to read the
Sure, whatever you'd like to do. That's fine. You want to get up and...
Doesn't matter. I'm not shy. Linda Brackett, Assistant Animal Control Officer. I don't know, maybe if you want to just read some highlights of that.
Yeah,
just-
so there was a dog belonging to Brian Sly. He is residing in, I'm sorry, the park, correct? Yes.
Right.
Okay,
That's our
over,
recommendation.
and I guess he's very vicious. You've brought him in. There's been issues. He's right now being quarantined for $15 a day. You're looking for guidance on how to handle this with him because he's had to be tranquilized, et cetera.
Exactly. He's not being quarantined. He's actually at Lakeville Animal Shelter. He was in the house with the person's father. Dad was afraid of the dog, couldn't get anywhere near him, couldn't feed him, couldn't give him water, couldn't do anything. We had to tranquilize him to get him out of the house. Adam went and looked at him through the window, and the dog jumped at the window. The kid is now, I guess, he's in rehab. He's not going to be out for probably 3 or 4 more weeks. The dog's vicious. He's not adoptable. Animal control officer in Lakeville who's caring for him has said he's not adoptable. And it's costing the town $15 a day. So Adam and I said, we better talk to you guys and figure out how you'd like to proceed, because
There's no family members that want to take him in or anything like that?
the family members have called complaining about the dog.
Okay.
He's bitten the guy, the older gentleman, he's bitten him twice. One day when I was there, he had his whole leg wrapped up where the dog had bitten him.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a pit bull.
Okay.
Yeah, a little pit bull, but it's sad, but he's just a vicious dog, and the town shouldn't be paying $15 a day. We've tried contacting the mother and the father to, do something about it, and they're not. We're not getting any response.
Linda, in the report that you wrote for us, the police also responded?
Yes,
And
we.
so there is a police report on this?
I don't know if they actually wrote a report, but we requested the assistance of the police department because the dog was so vicious. And we had a Lakeville Animal Control Officer also, and they tranquilized the dog to get him out of there.
So I don't know what the board's feelings are, but my thinking and probably my recommendation would be, that if there's no report in place, I think that we send a letter to the owner of record, or the parents in this case, where he's
Came out of that house.
he's disposed, saying that you have 48 or 72 hours to reclaim the animal, or we'll assume that is you signifying to the town that you're surrendering the animal. But I personally, A, from a humane standpoint, but B, from a legal standpoint, want to just make sure that we're doing our due diligence to make sure that we've given them an opportunity to preserve this animal's life.
Absolutely,
So-
and I've spoken to the father 3 times and to the mother twice, and she went to visit him a week ago Wednesday and was supposed to call me back, and she never did.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why we
Police report too.
we put something in writing so we have something documented.
Yep.
If, for example, the son gets out of rehab and wants to know where his dog is, we at least have some documentation to prove it, and I don't think any of us are in a hurry to put down an animal.
Never.
So this gives the dog a few more days if they choose to come forward. If not,
Yeah,
you know.
and I think Adam can speak to the demeanor of the dog too.
Yeah, I mean, I think your report was pretty
Very concise, yeah.
detailed. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Now, are they able to feed the dog where he is? Is he calmed down enough?
No, what they do now in Lakeville, the way it's set up is there's a cage that's
Yeah, yeah.
inside. You can open like a door, get the dog out. So he lets the dog out, goes in, cleans the cage, gives him food. I've seen him twice, and you just walk anywhere near him, and he's like, it's just,
Similar to another animal that we had at one time that was
Yes.
a little on the vicious side.
yeah. And I mean, just worried about people in general, and
Well, as long as we can, like Joe says, do our due diligence. I would definitely like to see a police report with this, though.
I can ask. I don't. Do you?
If the police were called, they would have some type of a report.
They might not have done the report, but they would at least have the
Well,
log
they'd have the
entry.
log
Yeah,
entry.
yeah. We
Yeah.
called just for backup because we
Yeah.
really didn't know how it was going to go down.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to be safe.
That's too bad that the poor little dog. I wonder why he is the way he is.
I think any dog's a product of their environment, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I know, as Judge Judy says, there's no bad dogs. There's just bad owners.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think Joe put very nicely what our recommendation
Yeah,
would be in this
yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Do you want to make that as a motion?
I will make that as a motion.
I'll second that.
It's been approved. On a side note, I want to thank you for rescuing the beagle I saw the other day on
Oh,
TV.
the
You did
beagle?
a great job, yeah.
Thank you. She was out running for 3 days before
know.
anybody got her.
And nobody knows, they just saw the van, I believe it was a van. that
It was a
dropped her.
black minivan that dumped her in Taunton, and she just ran back and forth from Taunton to Raynham for 3 days.
Yeah, my daughter in South Carolina saw it on
Yeah.
Facebook, and she's
Yeah.
like, "You have to adopt this dog." I said, "Linda's on it. Don't worry. Linda's got a handle on this one."
And Missing Dogs of Massachusetts, it's a volunteer organization. They were very instrumental in out looking for the dog, and I didn't realize that at first, and I apologize that in the original thing they weren't mentioned, but it was actually their trap that the dog went into. We were out looking for the dog, and we got a call that it was about a mile away from where we were, and went over and got him.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Linda.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
The only other two things I have here is a letter from Escapades. Mr. Flaherty had sent out a letter just asking her to respond to us, stating what her business was going to become, and she has stated back that she is going to be open 4 to 11, Tuesday through Saturday. She's begun advertising for her function room, and private parties are also available through social media. And pretty much she's been in the business for 27 years. She's available by phone to discuss any further concerns. Feel free to stop by during business hours that she's provided. She's on site at her business daily and happy to make herself available. And her name is Frances Lawton, and we thank her for her response to us. And the other thing I have is 3 tag days. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
John, can you just?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
John Texero, 122 First Street. I've driven by that establishment for 35 years now. is it a restaurant? Do they serve food there?
No,
What goes on there?
My understanding is, John, you can bring in your own ballpark Franks though and cook them.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it just a bar?
I'm serious.
Is that it?
Yeah, no, it's a bar, and
That's it?
we've been in correspondence with them because we're concerned that they're not, and I don't want to speak for my colleagues, but I think we're all in agreement that we were concerned that they weren't fulfilling the obligations of their license, and so over the past 3 months, we've been getting a little more information every time from them.
I've been asked a million times,
Yeah.
I'm on the planning board, doesn't mean that I know
Yeah.
what goes on. in
Yeah,
that
no,
place.
it's
And I
just
have
a
no
bar.
idea.
Just a bar, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
And then I have 3 tag days, June 1st, June 15th, and July 27th for the varsity cheer. Motion to
Except as long as the date's ready.
Second.
approved.
Madam Chair, I think there's just one other thing. My understanding is we have to vote to approve and close the town meeting warrant tonight as well. I
Okay.
know we talked about the date of it, but we do have to approve and close it as we haven't done that yet.
You have changed that, correct?
It should, the copy that you have should be the accurate copy.
So it'll be on the May 21st,
Yeah.
2018. Because the board has a chance to approve.
I have read it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed since the last time you've given us. Okay, then I'll move to accept the warrant as printed
And close it.
and close it.
Second.
It's been approved, and that would be all I have on that. That would be it for correspondence. Press, we have no press. Emergency business, nothing. Citizens, does anybody want to get up and say anything? No?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
Adjourn.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Then we move to adjourn.
We are adjourned.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
David, this is quite extensive, this